Hey to the people, what's going on? It is time for another episode of Mojito Mamis. My name is Chase.
And I am Jaime.
Yeah, Jaime, and we are here to get into all of the things Real Housewives of Miami. And listen, the people have been waiting on this one. I'm
I
looking into
know.
the chat. Do you see that we had? Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
y'all. So
Did you?
sorry, y'all.
Fatty Rat says at 3:48 p.m. today.
She
Yes,
said,
Adriana
get
is
in
a Karen.
here.
Yes,
Get in here.
get, get in my belly. Um, All right, the people are saying Adriana is a Karen because that was the name
Mm,
of this particular episode,
mm.
and we're definitely going to get into it. If you think we're going to leave that stone unturned, you got another thing. You're dead wrong. You got another thing coming. Okay. Um, First of all, we want to thank you guys. We literally just hit 75,000 followers on Facebook like 5 minutes ago. So thank y'all so much. We do greatly appreciate it. And thank you for all of your love and support. Yes. Okay, the people in here. Okay, yes, for BravoCon. Yes. If you guys want to go ahead and send in anything for BravoCon, you can go ahead and do so. I'm gonna go ahead and move our what Jaime's is your Jaime's cash
Oh,
app is
that's with the
kind of
Instagram. I'm not putting my cash app in for this. The rest of the time that I'm on, everything needs to go to Chase to send him to BravoCon. Believe me, I got way too much on my plate. I'm not going.
okay. Oh, that was sweet.
Chase,
Thank you.
send all that to Chase. Chase is the one. I literally just show up 1 hour every 2 weeks. Uh,
Oh,
you're the one that be busting
yes,
your
bitch.
ass.
Tell them girls you'll do shit.
Listen, I'm very happy in my friend of capacity just to come in, have my little glass of wine, talk some shit, and go
Oh,
home.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I
If you
love
guys
it.
wanna
Sammy,
get
send Jamie Cash to me. Sammy, killing you hoes.
killing you hoes. If you guys want to donate to the BravoCon fund to get No Chaser TV to BravoCon, do me a favor. You can do a super chat, but it'd be even better if you go ahead and use that Cash App thing right there and Cash App us. All of the monies do go to the BravoCon fund. We're very close. We're very close. So hopefully we can get on out there and get you all of the tea
Look,
as only we can bring it. Speaking of tea
if
as
you
only
get
we
out
can bring,
there, I know you ain't gonna enjoy it. You could be working from sun up to sundown. You are gonna
but
be hustling if you get out there.
yeah, but that's enjoyable for me. The
I
payoff.
I get it. Yeah, I get that. But it's like everyone's thinking like, Tate's gonna get out there, let him have a time. I was like, that boy is gonna be chasing celebrities down in the bathroom, trying to get
No.
interviews. Gonna be
What are they like Joe Gorga throwing glasses at people in the bathroom?
okay.
And that's
Chase
where we
gonna be
want to go.
working.
We don't feel it.
Chase, Sean just asked Chase, when are we gonna see you, Sammy? He said, I was placed on pause. He's spreading narratives.
Sammy is full of shit. Okay. So there's
And
that.
that's why he was placed on pause, because he lies.
He's,
He
he's,
lies.
he's placed on lies. Okay.
Very
Um,
he's very Katie from OC.
he's who?
Very Katie from OC. She
Arch,
basically had
Arch,
to
Arch,
gotta go home. Or
Arch.
any of the bitches from OC.
Okay, he can be anybody from OT actually. Let me go to pull this up. Let's get into this really quickly, Jaime, because we got 2 episodes to get into. But you
Oh,
know,
yes.
the
Let me pull up my
reunion.
notes.
I know, right? The reunion did drop. The reunion looks drop. So you know we do have to do 808
Yes.
really quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up a tab. Give me 1 second.
Sammy about to get you canceled.
Who is
He about to get you taken off the air at FCC.
Ooh,
Sammy.
what is he
He said,
doing?
why wasn't I playing some Paul? Sammy said, because I said to hell with.
Uh-uh.
He about to get you taken off the air.
I ain't got time for that shit.
Before Chase even starts, the
Whatever. And then
FCC got a cease
Sammy,
and desist
he
in the
needs to
words
be
of
in the
Tamara.
Sammy needs to be in the comments getting Sean together after she shitted on Teresa like she did on our post on No Chase TV show. She shitted on Teresa. Stop.
Good for Sean. Good for her. Good for her. Sammy couldn't take her.
That's true. Sammy cannot handle Sean. That is true. All right, you
Sean will
guys.
tear that
So
little twink up.
8 or late, the reunion looks. Let's go ahead and get our
Mm.
first one. Now, Stephanie says that her reunion look weighed 25 pounds. She looks like a WWE diva. I hate it.
She looks like if they remade Batman and what the right claims is they wokeified it. Like this is the Riddler. They just like hired a Latina female that was like La Riddler. Like
Oh,
this is
hello,
her
Green.
outfit. Like this is horrible. Like what in the green giraffe?
I don't know. She looks like the Crimson
Brown Cow
Chin.
Stunning. I hate this so bad. Like it's the jacket. Everything is like if it had just been the top and that skirt and the shorts, that would have been cute. That's very Miami.
But you
What
know
is
what,
this
though?
jacket?
If it wasn't for the tassels and she unbuttoned the jacket, it would have been cute too.
Mm-mm. She ain't Selena.
Okay, excuse me. Well, it's a late for me. She looks like the green crimson chin. That's what she like to me. 8 or late,
So those cats,
honey.
it is two different looks in one. It's like when they give somebody a challenge on Project Runway, and it's like you have to create two
Oh,
looks with a reveal, and neither of them makes sense. That's your challenge.
she
And like
better
she
hope
tore it
Lavo
up.
isn't at the reunion because he would have ripped her to shreds. So it's an 8 or late for you.
This is a little late for me.
Okay.
This is a lot late for me.
Uh, 8 or late. You said a lot late?
Larsa, this looks like Larsa is just going to dinner.
Yeah,
This is
it's
like
not
what
reunion
Larsa
worthy.
wears.
But you know what?
It,
It's different.
she doesn't look bad. Like this is a Larsa dress, and also this
Yeah.
is such a Miami dress. There is no other franchise on air right now that anybody could get away with wearing this. This is a Larsa dress. Also, in that face, she looks like what's that singer's name? Alina Baraz or whatever.
Oh,
Chad
wow.
likes her. That's what that lady does. Just
Wow.
photoshopped, but she looks good. I just don't know if it's. They're usually very good for a theme and are all on that theme.
Yeah.
They must have said, "Fuck it," this year.
Yeah. It's given late.
It's getting late. This is the Lisa dress. Lisa has worn this exact same dress every year for the past 9 seasons. The color is pretty on her. Hair is good. I hate that fucking shoe with this dress, but it's boring.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
like
the same thing she wears.
there's a difference between safe and not trying, and I feel like she didn't try late.
Yeah. I mean, she looks pretty, but it's just
Yeah, she
like this
does.
also could have been you showed up to an event.
I was gonna say she will wear this in a scene.
And she has.
Oh god.
I had Adriana until this shoe, this old chunky baby
What
blue
in the
shoe.
Mary
I'm
Cosby
so
is
mad.
you?
I'm so mad at this shoe
You
because
know
this is
Mary
a
Cosby loves
beautiful
a funky
dress.
shoe. Have you
Yes,
noticed that?
loves a clunky shoe, a
Oh
clunky
my
heel. This
god.
is very Britney Spears dancing in the house. We love a chunky heel.
Uh,
We love a chunky heel. She looks great. I love the color, beautiful on her. I like that the hair is simple. I love this little flower decolletage. This shoe ruined it for me. I'm so mad at this.
you ruined it.
I'm
The hair
so
ruined it for
mad.
me. And the shoe.
I mean, everybody was on point last reunion. Like everybody ate.
Yeah.
There was not a single bad dressed person. And then this year, there was
Julia
not
was
a
horrible.
single good dress. Oh well, Julia.
Julia looked
There's
horrible.
not a single good dressed person except Gertie and Kiki.
Hmm.
Because Kiki's gonna piss you off for 16 episodes and then make it right at the reunion.
Well, let's get to
Just
it
purely
because
about what she dresses.
you know what? You guys aren't going to like it, but this is what I mean when I say there's a difference between safe and not
Mhm.
trying. I feel like this is safe, but I think
Mhm.
that it looks amazing on her.
Yes. I mean,
I don't
Alexia
like
is
the
a
red lip.
beautiful woman. Yeah, I mean that's her signature at this point. Teresa is her non-existent hairline.
Uh,
Alexia has that red lip. She looks great. This yellow looks beautiful on her.
I want to go
Accentuates
eight.
every part of her body, but it does. It's safe. This is an Alexia dress that she has worn before, and no, she looks
Never worn it
beautiful in.
before. I'm going
But
to
I
go eight.
would, yeah, I think she ate. In comparison to what we've seen from everybody so far,
Mhm.
it's one of those things where it's like you would be hard pressed to find Alexia looking a mess before looking great. So
Speaking of
like,
looking a mess, Marisol really let me down this reunion.
because the past two reunions she's been
She
looking
was
really
really
really good.
impeccably dressed. Yes, well dressed.
I like the shoes. So that shoe is what some of the other bitches should have been wearing instead of these chunky heels. This color is really, really pretty on her, but Metasol is too short for something like this. Like
Mm.
it takes a lot on the top and it makes her torso look even smaller. And I'm mad that the inside of that dress is just a piece of fabric. Like, it could have been a darker navy blue, so it wouldn't have been as noticeable. She doesn't look horrible, but this is part of she took a risk and it did not pay off.
I was gonna say this is a risk for her because she normally doesn't dress as provocative as this.
Yeah.
She's one shoulder, slit up the thigh. So I am definitely gonna give her props for trying. However, it's gonna be a late for me.
I think she would have looked better if that sleeve wasn't there. If it was just a pure like princess cut, that would have made it better. But that little sleeve thing just, I don't know. Marisol, you're 5'1". We can't be doing this. Yes. This is what Bryn thought she looked like at New York's reunion last year. Kiki looks great. This color is, this is heaven. This color is heaven on her skin tone. Like, she just looks beautiful. I like the simplicity of her hair, her makeup. Like, this is gorgeous. I love this.
I am going to give it a late for now.
Ooh.
So late for now. I just don't like the pose. I'm not able to really get into what's going on. So I would like to see it sitting down, or I would like to see a different angle of it.
Sean says she looked like a late Miss Roper. It's straight in here. Shit.
Mrs. Roper! Mrs. Roper! Who's that? Kelly. Kelly from OC, remember? Mrs. Roper!
It was you! It was you!
You like Mrs. Roper? That's the point, Kelly. It's the 70s party.
Kelly sent Shannon into a spiral at that party. Oh, Shannon was about to murder her. Julia, I like this dress. What the hell is on her neck?
I like
Julia.
I hate this. I'm gonna hate tonight. That's all I got to say. When it comes to Julia, I'm gonna hate to have to do what I have to do tonight. Julia gets an 8 from me. I cannot believe this goddamn shit.
This is a gorgeous dress. I don't like that neck. It's almost like it's just like a necklace. Now I can understand if maybe it was a long train or a cape, then I'd be like, ooh, drama.
But they do.
But it's just a neck.
With the thing around the neck and it comes down in the back.
I don't like it. With that ugly hair. She literally just put some LA Looks gel in that hair and slicked it back.
Kerastase.
She tried to be a pussycat doll. No.
Hey, baby.
Oh. Absolutely. And now I'm having a hard time deciding which Gertie reunion look is my favorite. Because
yes,
this color, she has looked good every single year, but there's just something that coming after the year that she had last year, cancer, she talked about body dysmorphia, post-cancer treatment and stuff this year. I think it's just so good to see her continue to rock her bald head, continue to embrace her body and not cover it up, even if she is feeling, because we did see throughout the season she was wearing some like cover-ups and some like sheer stuff and some sarongs and
the
things.
80s
like
wig, the 80s workout.
Yeah. So like it's good to see her feeling herself a little bit. I think that's like her. Look at her skin. Like the thing just looks like butter. It's like glowing in that light with that color. Like, baby.
Oh my God.
My God.
Look at the reunion. She gets look at the reunion for me.
Absolutely. I mean, she would have done that anyway because she still, and even when the women all look great, Gertie is typically, her and Nicole typically for me, just kind of are a little step above everybody else. So good to see her continue that.
All right, Jaime, you got the first episode. Let's get right on into
it. Alrighty, I'll blow through this. So this episode, they're still on, it's the end of the cruise. I believe this is the last day. Kiki and Julia are talking about Julia's cornrows and how much of a mess they are. They have an 80s workout class that is going on. Julia and Kiki have opted to not go to that workout class. Gertie does show up in this Whitney Houston I Want to Dance with Somebody wig. But she looked like she was having a good time, and I enjoyed the energy. What I really commend her is that she was able to show up, laugh, and dance around like those bunch of bitches didn't just conspire to get her kicked off the show 3 weeks before. So you're a bigger person than me, Gertie.
Oh my God.
The Lord's still working on me.
Oh my God.
The girls are talking about their experiences in the 80s. Alexia was dating that drug lord. Larsa still had her original face. Stephanie was saying that she was like 13 and her husband was in his 30s or something. And I was like, oh, yikes. Let's relax. Oh, no.
What did
She
he
said she
say?
was
What
just
did he do?
bored. She was bored and her husband was in college. Not what was said. Again, the ladies start talking about Larsa and this feud with Lisa. Larsa is dead set on holding that grudge. She does not want to budge. The ladies really, really seem like they're over it. And imagine how tired we are.
I'm
Um,
tired.
After that class, the ladies are all going up to the top. For some reason, Kiki once again is throwing her legs up in the air, letting her cuckoo hang out. And I'm like, Kiki, just one episode.
It's
One
getting
episode.
ratchet.
That's just one. Wretched. I said wretched. It's getting wretched.
I said ratchet.
Um, Kiki has her legs just spread wide open, and Julie is looking at her, salivating, cornrows all distressed and in a mess. Adriana shows up, drowning the entire room in negative energy because she's still mad about her birthday and she doesn't want to be old no more. The rest of the ladies just kind of randomly show up to film. Lisa is at the bar, messages Larsa, wants to meet. They are going back and forth. What I will commend Lisa on, Chase, you and I have said over the years, Lisa will love to sit and argue and have an argument and be arguing a completely different point. Larsa is like a dog with a bone. Once she latches on to a reason or a topic, she does not let go. And I was really proud of Lisa. Larsa kept trying to like bring up the Jody situation, bring up the paparazzi, bring up other, oh, you're Jody did this, Jody did this. And Lisa just kind of sat there and nodded and finally was just like, well, like either we're gonna go forward or we're not. Like, I'm gonna go forward. I really don't feel like rehashing this. Larsa actually kind of looked surprised. I think she was really, really expecting Lisa to continue to argue this stupid fight with her. But she said, oh, okay, well, yeah, we can be friends again, but don't ever hurt me. Don't ever do that. Stop. And Lisa was like, well, I guess I can follow you again. We come to find out that when she unfollowed Marcus, she also unfollowed Larsa. Good for you, Lisa. Larsa was like, oh wow. And they end this scene when they, with a hug. What are your thoughts so far?
It's interesting that Larsa is the type of person that likes to relitigate the issue over and over again.
Over.
However, she only likes to litigate what you did wrong.
It's
No,
frustrating. I could not be friends with somebody like
I
that.
could not be friends like that. She is just a piece of work. Like, that's when people say she's a piece of work. Like that is who that term and phrase.
Yes.
Does that sound like Shannon? I tried to.
That's that's how just pick up for the work. That's
I
how
don't
much
know
Kelly
if Shannon's
got.
ever said it,
Poor
but it's
Vicky.
very Shannon coded.
Very
But she
Shannon
is a
coded.
piece of work. And I will give Lisa credit for being finally the mature one in the situation. Finally.
Therapy must be working.
15 episodes.
That one session they went to.
She wants that ring. That's why.
She wants that marriage. My God.
We'll get into it. Let's get into it. But other than that, I don't have much to say. Other than Kiki Ratchet.
And you can say it, but not. I think Adriana. She can't say it because she's Mexican.
She better not say it, bitch.
In the words of Tammy Roman, you
I mean,
can't say it either because you're Mexican.
Look, not you. You can't say it either. Jaime, do me a favor. Go out, come back in. You're lagging. You're like popping.
Oh, I'm popping.
Mm-hmm.
I think my. Is it still there?
Popping, huh?
Shut up! Shut up! Ladies are all cheering.
Yes, it is. Go out, come back in.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. Popping. Ooh. Okay. What are you guys thinking? Let's see. The Haitian Empress says cornrows braided by the itty bitty fingers of her adopted boy. You need to go on somewhere, okay? You know that pissed me off, but I ain't gonna try it. I ain't gonna do it, but it definitely pissed me off. Oh boy.
Hello. Is that better?
No, let's just do it.
Is it background noise? What's happening?
No, it's just like every time you talk, it's like a
damn. Okay. Well, anyway. Anyway,
Oh well.
the ladies are all cheering. Kiki's doing her best to stay relevant. She's like, "Oh, I gotta be messy." So she says, "You know what? We should talk about Steph and Alexia's issues now." Alexia says it was Marisol that mainly didn't want to go. Stephanie says she wants to talk kind of in private about it and doesn't want to involve the other ladies. I was like, okay, that's a little grown up because I know for a fact Alexia was ready to fight in public because that's what she does the best. Adriana leaves to go to the bathroom or go cry somewhere. They talk about her birthday surprise. Julia wants male strippers, and I'm like, you ain't no lesbian. That's not it. You went after that young lesbian man's wealth to fund your child trafficking ring, allegedly.
Julia like did.
And a specific kind, judging by what was revealed last year.
Oh yeah.
So the ladies all go downstairs for a spa. They're drinking mud baths, cold plunges. Julia, for some reason, is being a pervert and massaging all of the ladies' feet. Um, I can see why Lexi didn't want to sleep in her room. Season one, like
Absolutely.
nasty. Baby, report her to the police. This is the agenda they
Absolutely.
say we're having. Um,
Absolutely.
Adrian and Gertie are talking about what Gertie is kind of like post treatments. You know, we have seen Gertie's journey post cancer. She's been in therapy, trying to get over some of the trauma that she has in relation to her childhood, but also direct relation to this cancer diagnosis. She said that couples therapy showed that she needs to kind of go to therapy on her own. And in her confessional, she was kind of laughing because she said she doesn't really know how much she agreed. Russell, the therapist, just kind of decided that she needed to go. So she said she needed to go. Um, but she's a little insightful. It's just kind of like I think my big thing is I'm a little bit scared that it is going to bring up things that I'm not ready to confront yet. They're going to
Mm.
ask questions that I kind of want to avoid answering. But I'm very, very happy for her that she is going. So good for her. We're a big proponent of therapy over here. To round out this scene, um, Alexia goes into a room sideways with Stephanie so that way they can just fight in the privacy of that sauna. Uh, Alexia starts off by saying that Stephanie really hurt her by yelling at her. And Stephanie starts off to explain that she was hurt and that's why she yelled because Alexia yelled first and hurt her. So it was just back and forth. She said the car ride in Sevilla had her thinking that they were actually friends and that they were a safe space. But then Julia popped up, and the way Julia relayed the message on why Marisol and Alexia weren't going was really, really harsh and just came flat out and said, both of them think you're really bossy. And Alexia stares at her right in the face without blinking and says, well, we don't think you're bossy. I don't know what accent that was. That was Russian. But good for Alexia.
Who was that you were doing?
That was Julia. But we do think you're bossy. Well, no, that's like Count Dracula. Forget it.
Blah blah.
Blah.
She
You're
looked
not
like Count
bossy
Dracula at that last reunion too.
with that hair. Very
And that
Nosferatu.
cape,
Don't.
remember? Oh,
Alexia explains that the rules that Stephanie had on her plane and the caveats for being able to ride on it really, really made her and Marisol uncomfortable because she was concerned. You know, with his ladies, like nobody can guarantee that they're going to behave, even if it's for 20 minutes. And I'm not getting stranded without a way home in a country that I'm not from. And then she says, well, actually, you know, Marisol was really angry that you had dinner with Adriana. That really hurt her. And Stephanie kind of sits there like, okay, I was trying to get to know Marisol and Alexia, you know, for myself, but come to find out, maybe it is Marisol is the one that is putting the bug in people's ear and has the problem with me, and not really Alexia. And Alexia does say what we've been saying for years. They're two different people, but she's the one that will speak her mind, and Marisol knows this, and Marisol is the one that starts talking stuff, and Alexia then becomes the messenger. She says Marisol does not like confrontation, but oh yeah, Marisol has more of a problem with you than I do. I'm like,
listen, I don't really give a fuck. She always does
right?
that. I don't really give a damn. It's really Marisol who cares. I don't care.
um, she said that she was begging Marisol to go because she knows that it would have hurt Stephanie, and she hated feeling like she hurt Stephanie. Lady, please. Um,
That's all these
Stephanie
people
says,
want to do this season is hurt Stephanie.
right? Stephanie says that Alexia and her sisters are really similar. It says that it hurts her that she doesn't talk to her sisters. And Alexia, always ready to hijack a convo, says that she doesn't talk to her sister either. She then starts crying. She says it's been going on for 2 years, and it only recently ended when Todd filed for divorce and her sister texted her. And the two of them seem to bond over both being the type of bitches that sisters can't stand. Chase, thoughts?
Alexia and Marisol's friendship is very interesting because either we in this thing together or not. Either we are robbing this bank together or we are not. Okay? And Marisol, you have got to stop. Matter of fact, I don't even know if she has to stop because it doesn't seem like it bothers her. This is not the first time that we've seen Alexia throw Marisol under the bus for being the brain and Alexia being Pinky.
Being
And
LeBron. That's a big bitch.
I won't go there, but because that's schism.
We can.
We can. But you know, this is just not the first time that we've seen Alexia do that. The oh yeah, I don't care if she does. I don't really give a fuck kind of thing, and then just like dump everything in not Larsa, but Marisol's lap. And for me, if I was Marisol, I would be pissed. But Marisol never really seems to be pissed at that, or it never gets aired, so it makes her look like she has no backbone.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Do your own work. Stand on your own business. Stand on your 10 toes. Say what you have to say. Because guess what? We don't like you, but we damn sure don't like Stephanie. And let me say something, because, you know, I love the people, but, you know, the people was like, when I said we don't like Lisa Barlow, hear me out. Hear me out, right? When I say we, I'm not speaking for everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm speaking for the portion of people who don't like this particular person. So me and them don't like this person. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming from. So I just want to clarify that. But we, for those who don't really see it for Marisol, I just think it's really, really, really sad that she continues to go out like this. And even though we don't see it for Marisol, we definitely would have had Marisol's back over Stephanie. Because if we don't see it for Marisol, we don't see it for Stephanie way more than we don't see it for Marisol. I don't understand what Stephanie has done to get first seat. She showed up with I won't do that, but she showed up with that ugly ass outfit on. She has been annoying all season. She has made Marisol right. She has made Alexia right. This is fucking nuts. And Gertie, good for you doing the work. I noticed a lot of the girls are doing the work. Good for you. You know who else needs to go see a therapist besides every fucking body on this cast? Alexia needs to go see one real bad. She's down real bad.
Alexia making dumb decision after dumb decision. So after the spa, everybody shows up at dinner. This is kind of the final night of this cruise. Lisa is actually early again. And she said that she has been early because she finally counted up all the time that each individual section of her getting ready takes, and it is around 3 hours. So she starts getting ready at 1 a.m. for a dinner at 8 p.m. Good for you, Lisa. But I do like that she was being petty every time she showed up. Like, nice of you to join us. Welcome.
Guys, look at me here first.
Wow, does everybody notice who was already here? I love that, because that's me. Absolutely.
Oh my God, you're such a Lisa.
After 15 years of her being late to every goddamn thing, she on time 2 times.
It's so fucking annoying. Like, whoop-de-doo.
I love it. They talk about Lisa and Larsa's makeup. Kiki wants to know when everybody had sex, and Alexia says that her and Todd been banging it out 3 days ago. I'm disgusted. Marisol says that everybody is dying to hear how the combo went with Stephanie and Alexia, and I'm like, I don't think you are, baby. I don't think you're ready for this.
Abort.
She says, well, I'm so surprised that you resolved everything with no fighting. I was like, I'm sure you are. Marisol cheers. Because Stephanie and Alexia are kind of like, yeah, we just made up. I don't think Stephanie really wanted to get into it. They're good for her. I know that lady's tired of fighting at people's restaurants. So they make a cheers to Stephanie. Welcome to the group, Mighty Mouse. We love you. And then Stephanie remarks in her confessional that essentially Marisol is a fake ass bitch with two faces, and she can't wait to run up on her. And frankly, neither can I. But two faces, that's just one. It's just a really big face. Birthday cake comes out. It's cute. It's got a little mic because Adriana, has two songs. Um, but then we read the words on it, and it's a math equation. It says 32 times 2 minus 5. And listen, I had to get my phone out to do that. I was like, 64 minus 59. Okay. Um, and in my mind, I'm like, I know Marisol's the one that did this. I know she could not wait. They do shots. Adriana looks high as a all get out. Like, them eyes are red, swollen. She's slurring her speech. They all go to some party on the boat. Everybody has a blast. Like, we're great. Anything you want to add to this last little bit before we round up the episode?
You are out of bounds the way you just read that.
Oh.
You.
Am I lying?
But you know what I did enjoy? Seeing the joy on Adriana's face when she saw the cake and seeing the horror on her face when she read it. Because that's what she get for saying, calling that bitch a ratchet woman. Everything to go wrong. I am just so into it. And I was like, well, it couldn't have been this person or that person because they had to have a pretty good grasp on math. So I'm already canceling out like half the gas. They don't seem that bright,
I'm sitting there having to do PEMDAS, like remember what that is. I'm like, is it in brackets? What do I do first? Do I minus the 5 from the 2 first and then multiply it by -3? Like, it's a lot for a cake, and I just want to drink. So wrapping up this episode, I'll go quick. We get a little package. I think the biggest thing that I got was the therapy section. Russell is actually driving Gertie to therapy. She's nervous. Coming from somebody who's did it, therapy is very, very terrifying at first. It's scary knowing that you're about to be faced with things that you don't really feel like facing, but ultimately it ends up being good in the end. So she starts out by talking about her immigration story with the therapist. She was basically dropped off with a family that she really has never ever met. She was a little girl who felt like a prisoner because they couldn't go outside, couldn't go to school. They were waiting on papers. They didn't understand the language. She was bullied whenever she was finally able to go to school because she didn't speak the language. The kids and the teachers acted like they couldn't pronounce her given name. So Gertie was a name that it was her middle name, I think is what she said. And that's what she has kind of used her entire life, and then it's kind of made it her brand in her career. And watching this, like, in the political climate that we are in now, this is like 2 for 2 of Gertie being open and honest and having things that are actually real life hitting, because that is the true story for so many immigrants. And like, I'm just letting anybody know out there who thinks the contrary. Immigrants are not living in mansions, given to them for free. They're not riding high on the hog off government money. Ain't nobody out there buying Bentleys. If you know an immigrant family, you know that they are struggling to make ends meet. They are struggling to keep their families together. Many of them work multiple jobs. Many of them live very humble existences, humble lives, with most of the time multiple family members, multi-generations living in a single household, and everybody is working and contributing. So it broke my heart, but I'm also very proud of Gertie for her telling her story and connecting in this climate, because the life of many, many immigrants in this country at first are lonely, they are struggling, they are scared, and they are isolated. So finding what any little bit of joy that an immigrant family can find in a scary ass world, it's not a crime. Humanity is not a crime, and if you don't agree with me, you can kiss my ass. Anything you want to add?
Period, bitch. Period. I did want to go ahead and address Football Cat. Football Cat says Larsa don't read. I want to make a correction. Larsa can't read.
There's a difference between do and don't and can't and won't. I still remember who is fakest of all. Oh, Larsa. Oh my goodness, Larsa.
She had no reading that.
Gertie ends the little therapy session by saying she was finally able to connect the way that Julia and the rest of the women treated her at that table, to her childhood experiences, and how she felt very isolated, that nobody came to her rescue, nobody came to her aid, and it's almost like she was speaking a different language, and the women were just dead set on not understanding her. And then, of course, production flashes back to that scene of Julia screaming, getting in her face, and throwing a drink, and I'm like enraged all over again. Um, she was 9 at the time that her parents dropped her off when she immigrated over, and she said her youngest son is 11, and so like she was very emotional on that. So yeah, that pissed me off all over again. Seeing that
Showing it.
scene.
Stop showing it.
Stop showing
Stop
it.
showing it. Stop showing it.
All right. It looks like Marisol, Alexia, Frankie arrive at Marisol's little garage for a dinner party where they tell Alexia tells Marisol that more than likely her and Todd are getting back together and they're going to have to go back on double dates. Marisol is not thrilled, needless to say.
She did
We
not.
she does not feature Todd at all. Um, Steph and Adriana meet again because Stephanie is like, okay, well, fuck Marisol. I'm going to hang out with Adriana again. Apparently, Steph is throwing a little event, and Adriana is going to be the entertainment. I imagine it's just going to be like 2 hours of the Real Housewives of Miami theme song and fire just on loop. So, like, I'm here for it. Sign me up. Where can I get a ticket?
Miami's
Miami's on fire.
fire.
Um, they start talking about their friendship. Stephanie notices that when Adriana talks about like creative stuff and art and things, she looks happy. And Adriana explains it's because constant negativity and fighting overwhelms her, and she hates it because she's an empath. And I'm like, okay, girl.
Fucking I've been watching for the last 7 seasons.
That's the story we're on. But Adriana perks up because then Stephanie starts talking about how shitty a person Marisol is.
She was like,
And Adriana says, oh yeah. Demon.
do
What do you have
tell.
to say? I'm listening. She said that Alexia basically admitted that she is Marisol's mouthpiece, and Adriana is screaming inside with vindication because she's been saying this for years, and she actually has. We see flashbacks, and Adriana says that Marisol is one to watch out for. She had a PR company back in the day, and she knows how to influence people to get what she wants. Marisol says she better watch out. Stephanie says that Marisol better watch out, and when she shoots at her, she better make it count because when it's Stephanie's turn to attack back, she never misses. And I'm like, okay, girl. We'll see.
Stephanie, girl, you can just
You don't believe it? You don't
may have
feature
ran
it?
off. But girl, stop. I haven't seen Stephanie get a nobody ass this season. I'm sorry. Even with Alexia, I don't feel like Stephanie was getting an Alexia ass this season. Stephanie, girl. But you know what? I won't knock confidence. Everybody needs a healthy dose of confidence because she had to be super confident to wear that outfit to that reunion.
Let her go. Let her go.
Not gonna let it go so ugly. And we got to do like 2. I don't know how many reunions, but we got to do that.
My God, today.
Keep looking at it. It's gross. Anyway, yeah,
It's
please.
gross. It's disgusting. You're
Yeah.
disgusting.
Adriana is full of shit. Talk about she don't like all that fighting. Her entire existence is based off of fighting on this show. She had a bitch with a broom.
Fighting.
Fighting. She
popped what's her name in the face so good.
Oh my gosh, she whipped Joanna Cooper's ass.
I love to see that. I go back to watch that because it's my happy place.
And you know what I said even back then when I saw it? Joanna shouldn't have been running up for her. That was Joanna's fault. She tried to walk away.
Leave people alone. Leave people alone.
I mean, she just telling somebody what your wrinkly old bony knees.
That lady told you, leave her alone.
All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the latest episode, and then we'll go ahead and push through with the rest of our Friday evening because I know Jaime got to get in the street. Okay.
And by in the streets, it's just the gym to come back home and play video games. That's my Friday.
Or that.
Yay.
Speaking of Adriana, she's hosting a show during Art Basel. Not Basil, excuse me. Yay. Art Basel.
Now I'm hungry for some art.
Oh my God. Can I get a basil crusted pizza? Anyway,
I hate you.
Kiki is doing a photo shoot for Spray Ground. If you guys aren't sure what Spray Ground is, it's those knockoff Louis Vuitton book bags with the shark face on them. That is
Naomi wish. Giselle wish.
they're super popular. They're super they're super popular amongst 12-year-olds.
Our target demographic. Stop. She's
And
working.
Kiki's 50.
Oh my god.
But they're in
Teaching
her
32 times 4 minus 5, carry the 1. Divided by 3.
stick that on a cake and sell it. And you can probably find them at TJ Maxx now. But at one point, they were
Oh
like
my god.
a really big deal. They were like really hot, and they probably still are amongst that demographic. Like, think about that gift will be perfect with someone who likes to stream like Kai Cenat. Like, they would love that kind of stuff. Anyway, but her dad is there, and it's a full circle moment considering he kicked her out of the house when she started modeling back in the day. So that was a really cute full circle moment for her. I did not expect that to be funny. Wow, that was crazy. Wow, how did we make that funny? I don't know. Larsa moves into her new home, which is currently empty and under construction, much like Larsa.
No. Larsa has been in construction and finished construction.
Under
That house is a
construction, but she's full.
that's a tear down.
Larsa the house.
Either.
Oh, oh boy. Anyway, Alexia and Stephanie come over, and Larsa says that Todd is going to bamboozle her. And Alexia says, "Oh yeah, I know." So what the fuck are we doing here?
She goes, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I thought she was gonna punch Stephanie in the face. But also there I was like, Stephanie, have you
I'm
not
still
learned your
like
lesson? Stop. Stop.
timing. I'm like, Stephanie, what the fuck are you doing? But if there was a time for her to chime in, this would have been the appropriate way to do so. As we're sitting down, as I'm talking about my business in an intimate setting where I've invited you into my business, not doing what she did, just marched up to her in her little Pollyanna uniform and was like, "You need to break up with Todd. Bitch, who are you? You need to take that reunion outfit off." I hate it. I'm so sorry. I cannot. Anyway, Stephanie wants Alexia to put her foot down like Stephanie does at work every day. I'm not gonna have this from you. Alexia says that she is in love with Todd Oye and wants to be with him. So we shall see.
You
That
know,
did be good. The dick got to be good.
she is that she's that friend that you love. But when it comes to men, she's the stupidest, dizziest person on the planet. And there comes a point that you just have to be okay, girl. Good. Call me when this ends again, because I'm not gonna be here for it.
You have to be Marisol to the
Put that
bullshit.
shit. I can't do it. And by Marisol, we mean start shit with other cast members to give Alexia some joy in her life because it ain't coming from the house.
Let's see why Marisol is so sick of that shit. Anyway, Julia's daughters aren't coming home for Christmas, and Julia says that her and her daughters are in a better place after she spoke to one of them, and the other one convinced them to start being back nice to their mom again. And they now understand that there's room for both them and the boys. So I guess that was the girls' issue. Julia says the girls feel it would have been easier if they lived there while this was happening and the decision was made. Martina doesn't agree and says they would have found a reason to not like this shit. So stop it, okay? And she feels like they sabotaged the moment because they didn't agree with their choice. Julia says, at the end of the day, they ain't never really like each other. No way, the daughters and the stepmama. So, or the stepdaddy. I don't know what that is.
The mom of the daddy.
I don't know. what they them is. Okay, I ain't got time for the bullshit tonight. Do you agree with Marisol, or Marisol? Do you agree with Martina, or do you agree with Julia that the daughters would have found a reason to be upset, or they would have been more receptive if they were more inclusive into the process of adopting the boys?
I agree with the daughters. Julia has a history, and we've seen it over the years of herself even admitting and her daughters saying she doesn't communicate. She doesn't keep up with their lives. She doesn't inform them of stuff. She doesn't update them. She doesn't even know where the hell they go to school at. So literally a daughter saying, had you included us in a monumental life-changing decision, had we had a conversation, we would have been fine. So for that sack of bones to sit there and act like the 18 and 19-year-old daughters are mad that their mother procured two baby boys without telling anybody overnight, like you're making them be the bad guy, like you didn't even want those kids. And all of a sudden you got opinions. Like, shut up, you and your crew cut. I hate her. Looking like she just stepped out of World War II. Like, thank you for your service, Pearl Harbor. Like, I hate that haircut so bad.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of shit I don't like tonight. I agree with Martina.
Jesus.
I do, because ultimately, yes, you would have liked to have been included into this situation and into this choice, but at the end of the motherfucking day, it is not your choice.
Well, it is, because when Martina goes on to Glory in 6 months, like Julia, who's Julia going to be asked to come watch these kids so she can go on cruises?
The gay granddaddy.
In Spain? Hey, can you
Duh.
fly over here to Miami to watch these kids that I really didn't want? I was just trying to save my marriage. Like,
Adriana.
my God, Adriana don't want nothing to do with those
I really
kids.
wish that they would
They
have
just call
thought
her racist.
what?
Those kids called her racist. She don't want to be around them.
Oh well, I mean, considering what they let me stay anyway. Um, but I just feel that even though yes, it is considerate to consider your other children, and you should consider your other children. Ultimately, at the end of the day, us as the children, me as a child, cannot dictate what my parent does, just like I can't dictate what anyone else does. And just like Julia's children are not going to like it if Julia and Martina attempt to dictate what they do.
Yep. The thing is, Julia would not be this upset about her daughters being upset about this if she didn't think that they were right and why they were upset. Because if Julia did all the right things, told them, and they were still mad,
Yeah.
okay, well, then I'm done what I've done. Like, that is your decision. You were grown adults. Julia, the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, you didn't tell nobody you had these kids. You didn't tell nobody you had the kids.
Wouldn't let Gertie in the meeting.
Drop the call from her.
Bitch.
The daughters probably tried to get into Zoom, but she didn't give them the right link. Like,
Find
that's
out
why
with
they mad.
Gertie Ho. Click.
Listen, they called Gertie and it's like, I can't believe that bitch. Like, that's
Can you believe
nuts.
she did that, girl? Can you believe she wouldn't let me eat? Sounds like our mama to me. Uh, uh, um, another reason why I agree with Martina is because I feel like, honestly, they may be okay with it now, but I just don't think they would have been happy with the decision that the parents made to get new children. I don't think they would have been happy, especially when their mother gives absentee mom and doesn't know what the hell is going on, and now
Yep.
she's voting over two new children. I almost said black children, but I took it out. Two new children. They just happen to be black. Oh, them girls ain't trying to hear that shit. They would have found a reason. That's why I agree with Martina. I just feel like they wouldn't have been happy regardless. So whatever.
Mm.
I just don't feel like they would have been happy. But I also agree with
Well,
what
they would
you're
have been right in not being happy.
true. You said what?
They would have been right about not being happy for the very reason that you said.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're adopting them for selfish reasons. You're adopting them because, we're on the outs. Like, that's not a good reason to adopt
No, it isn't. I
kids.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
how do you adopt two new kids when you're still on the outs with your current ones? Like, when you don't
Not
have the
in,
best relationship. You're supposed to report that relationship first, not just
well,
start over.
some people do that to fill a void and to make up
Mm.
for what they did. But you should make up with the actual children that you had first for what you did and make amends for with it. I just wouldn't want to bring two adopted children that are black and I am white, and it has this is follow me, okay? First of all, these children are adopted. That's the first thing. So that means that they've been displaced from their original home.
Yep.
Secondly, there's going to be a culture clash because they're black and we are white. Okay. Third of all, my wife did not want them. I just think that those things considered is not a good make for what Julia did. And Julia
Yeah.
ultimately was thinking of Julia as she always does.
Uh,
But I do understand where Martina was coming from. That's all I was saying.
Listen, your wife just beat cancer, came out full bill of health, and you want to say, "Great, let's have some
With the
kids." Like,
children
my
and have
God,
more straight. No, that lady don't want to do that.
let let that lady sleep. Like, I hate that lady with a passion, but let her at least lay on the couch for an
I
afternoon.
don't
Like,
want to do
god
that. And I
damn,
don't blame her. I don't blame her.
let her lay on
Um,
her lazy boy with a hand in the pants and just like snore with a Coors Light.
her
Let
hands
the
in her pants.
let the
You are
gentleman
you said
watch
I
Dallas
cannot.
Cow. Let her watch old Dallas Cowboy footage and relive glory days. Like, my God, she don't want to raise no damn kids.
Oh my God. Speaking of don't want to raise kids, Jody said that that no one else would anyone,
Can't raise a man. Or Lisa.
Lisa. Jody said that anyone else in his position would not have stayed with Lisa for the last
Mm,
2 years, but he did. So when Lisa throws up in his face an ultimatum that she wants to get married and he must not be serious and he needs to shit or get out the pot, he lets her know that the only way that he's going to go ahead and flush that toilet is if she gets therapy, because she takes everything out on him, not even the marriage situation, but now with the group in regards to Larsa, and he would marry her in a heartbeat if she did some self work.
mm.
Uh, Lisa says that this process that she's going through has made her very angry. And I believe that it has made her angry. I would be angry too. But she can only be angry at herself. She knew her husband was cheating on her allegedly for years.
That's not allegedly. That it's well documented.
I
That's it's pretty well documented.
don't know. She was throwing swinger parties and all that stuff allegedly. I don't know. But she
Do you
knew
know
what
how
she
messed
signed
up
up
your
for.
life has to be for the alleged crackhead to tell you need therapy? Allegedly, according to Larsa.
It's time for Adriana's event and Larsa. I'm I'm sick of her shit. And Larsa arrives. She tells Adriana she looks good and she looks not a day over 30. And then they both agree that
That's
they're
lying.
aging like fine wine. And Larsa wonders if Julia is responsible for putting the age on Adriana's cake.
Look,
30
Larsa
what?
came in ready. Larsa came in ready to start some shit.
Because it
I
had nothing
love
to do
it.
with her
And
was.
as flavorful as Larsa is and stuff like this, that I'm like, baby, yes, you get right back in there and piss Adriana off all over again. She done forgot. She has passed out on that what is it, the K therapy that she went to. She's been to the moon 4 times and back. She's forgot about that cake, but get in there and bring it right back up.
And she never liked
Absolutely.
Adriana to begin with, to be honest with you. So
She really has never fucked with her.
the whole 30 thing was a setup. I know it.
Like,
Um,
Adriana almost let the intrusive thoughts. She was, some of us aged really well. And Larsa said, yes, we both, thank God for both of us. I was
And
like,
Adriana was like,
well,
"Oh, I wasn't talking about you, but okay." I'm like, girl, I want to fight tonight. Alexia
um,
updates Marisol on Todd, and she says she doesn't talk about him if Alexia doesn't bring him up because she figures if Alexia's bringing him up, it must be bad. And Alexia says, "Yeah, that's because you're negative," and I fucking screamed.
I fell out. I fell out.
And they just rolled to their bed like the conversation didn't happen.
Maybe if
I'm like, "Fuck you and Todd, bitch."
Merida, Marisol let that lady punk her so many times in the last few episodes.
I'm like, man, I'll fight back. Say something back to her.
My
I'm
God,
like,
Marisol, you came on to show brand new face, the best you've ever looked, and you let that lady punch it over and over and over again.
I'm the kind of friend that's sort of like Marisol. I don't think it's always gonna be negative if you bring them up, but I just when my friends are having relationship issues with their man, I just don't.
Care.
I don't. No, I do care, but I don't pry. There's a difference. I do care. So if you tell me I'm here for you, And I may ask you how it's going. If I ask you how it's going, how everything's going, and you bring it up, I'm here to talk about it. But I'm not going to continue to like persistently talk about him every time that we are together, because maybe you don't want to talk about him. That's why you're with me and not with him. I don't know. So
Yeah,
is your relationship? I would prefer you bring it up and then we talk about it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Also, I don't
some
want to
people,
talk about it. I
yeah,
don't want
but
to talk about it.
some people are like that. Some people are really like
I want to
that.
talk about your damn kid because you don't listen. You don't
You
listen when I'm
don't.
talking to you about this man. So why don't
And
I
then
want to
guess
keep talking
what?
about it?
And then guess what? I'm gonna run him down. I'm gonna tell you the motherfucking truth, and you're gonna be fucking him
Right.
in 2 days, like
Then
Alexis.
you're gonna piss me like you did Stephanie. Like, oh my god,
And
why
he's
would I
gonna hate
want
me because I
that?
told the truth.
Mm. He's gonna write a letter to People Magazine about me. Why am I in it?
You're gonna sue me and production. I don't have anything to do with this shit.
My husband can't fight him. Where do we go from here? He's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
break my
true.
husband's hip. We can't do that.
Does he know he's married? Anyway, Lisa hired someone to put up her Christmas tree, and the only reason why I wrote that down is because where's Lisa getting this money from to be doing stuff like that? She needs to be thinking about her future. Well, actually, she has some kind of like she's a fucking genius, isn't she?
Yeah, she has apps. Yeah, she ran the New York Stock Exchange. Like, I don't know if she's a genius, but she absolutely has some business acumen with how
She's a tech
she
bro.
chooses project to invest and stuff. And so, good for her. Good for
Good
her.
for her.
Well,
Money, money,
actually,
money.
no. What was her app? Hold on. Lisa Hochstock. Because I remember hearing about it. And it was like, oh, this is actually
It sounded like a solid
uh,
business.
the Lisa Hochstein app is Splitwell. It's an AI-powered divorce support application that she founded to help people navigate divorce more smoothly and less contentiously by providing communication tools. Baby, you can put everything you want to cuss that husband out, and apparently it'll send it right back to him and tell him, no, thank you. We won't be accepting the terms of this.
So that's AI for like how to be nice.
For rich people, I guess. People like us will cuss each other out. It's fine.
Hang on,
Why would I spend money on an app to tell my husband I don't? That's fine. But good for Lisa. Good for
good,
Lisa.
whatever. Kiki reveals to Gertie that she was the one who actually put the age and the math equations on her cake, because on her being Adriana's cake, because she asked Adriana how old she felt or whatever it was, and Adriana was like, and she said that Adriana said 32, but Adriana actually said 45. And so she was doing it to be empowering of Adriana and not be messy. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Anyway,
She tried. God bless her. If Adriana can claim she said wretched, Kiki can claim she was doing math. We'll just call it even.
meanwhile, Marisol and Stephanie are having a chat. Stephanie reveals that Alexia told her Marisol was upset that she kept choosing and including Adriana over her ass. Marisol says it wasn't Adriana. She just didn't want to hear Stephanie talk about money. And then Stephanie looks at her with a straight face and a long jaw and says, I don't talk about money. And Marisol almost sell her fucking seat, just like I did. Bitch, what the fuck? That's your whole existence. That's why you got first chair. What the fuck are we doing? Marisol says she doesn't want to be rude, but I mean, it's tacky. And Stephanie thinks it's tacky to not tell a person when you're staying next door to them that you aren't coming on their plane. Stephanie says Alexia makes it seem like Marisol is the one who puts the ideas in her head and Alexia is the mouthpiece. And Stephanie says when people can't manipulate you, they make you feel like you're crazy. And Marisol says, girl, I'm not manipulating you. And you have your own issues with
Alexia.
I'm sorry, I was bringing somebody to put my name in my mouth. All right, anyway. Marisol says that she isn't a manipulator, and Stephanie issues with her are separate than her issues with Alexia. Stephanie poked the bear, being all up in the bear's business, and guess what? I agree with Marisol. I cannot believe it. Marisol says Stephanie is a lot like Alexia because she gets it off her chest and she moves on. And so she's going to be happy to move on yet again for the third time in 2 weeks with Mighty Mouse, is what she's calling her. As far as I'm concerned, I gotta agree with Marisol. As far as Stephanie trying to make it like she was being manipulated to fight with Alexia. Nobody told you to bring your ass over there talking about Todd.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm just saying. I've been saying it
You
all
have found
season.
a way. Every show we do for the past 16 shows, you have found a way to bring that up.
Can't let y'all know that Stephanie was wrong. And so if you do that and you piss Alexia off, while Alexia may not care what's really going on, right? She also doesn't give a fuck about your feelings because you didn't consider hers. So she will gladly deliver the message, like Alex McCord delivered a message to Jill Zarin on behalf of Bethany Frankel. Like she's gonna do it because she doesn't like you. So maybe you should think about that.
You came down those stairs in your Herman Munster shoes. They're Louis Vuitton. Well, even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes.
mistakes. And then Alex says,
That's so bad.
I mean, Luann had her one with that one, bitch. I gotta give her that.
Baby,
Even Louis
Luann, let her
Vuitton
go.
makes mistakes. Oh,
Let her go, Luann.
Luann was
Please
her
let
ass
her go.
all season. Remember at the beginning of the season when her and Sonia got into it, and Sonia threw Alex out of her house, and she was walking past Alex as Alex got thrown out of the house. And Luann says, "I don't know what happened, but I would have thrown Alex out of my house based off the dress." That's New York, baby. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Marisol is a master manipulator and all of the above, but I don't think she manipulated that girl into talking about her money every chance she got. So
At all.
And how much everything costs. I wouldn't want to deal with the bitch neither. She was always throwing up how much it's cost. You know that cost. You know who she is? Oh my God. She is the Julius. What is their name? Of Everybody Hates Chris. What's their family name? She is the dad of Everybody Hates Chris. That's 39 cents worth of corn you eating. Oh my God. Boy, you better put that soap up. That's 29 cents worth of soap. I can't with you. What did you think about that sit down? Because I felt like Stephanie was full of shit. I'm sorry.
I saw a little bit of both sides, but ultimately, Marisol is 100% right. Stephanie is very much like Alexia, where she doesn't see where she goes wrong or why her actions would cause people to have the reactions that they have. The way Marisol explained it to, maybe you talk about this all the time and it gets tacky and it's annoying, and who wants to be around somebody that all they talk about is money? Marisol 100% manipulated her, though. She had Stephanie eating out of the palm of her hand. No, baby, it wasn't that. I love you. It's so much, it's just misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I want to love you for you. That lady, I believe Alexia, Marisol ran that lady through the mud when it's just the two of them talking. So Adriana is right. Marisol knows how to manipulate people to get what she wants. She's not the Machiavellian, like, huge person behind the scenes because she doesn't have the balls, but we've already heard Anna talking about the issues she's had with Marisol and how Marisol does things behind people's back. Dr. Nicole has now confirmed that Marisol was the one who hired a PI to get information about Nicole in between seasons. So Marisol knows what she's doing. Stephanie really was like, I feel like you tried to manipulate me, and in the process got manipulated. So Stephanie, you deserve you and your money deserve everything that you're getting.
Marisol almost manipulated me. You're absolutely correct. And you know what the biggest telltale sign of that is? Cheers to Mighty Mouse being a part of the group. We love you.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, the fact that she has had multiple times people saying that Alexia threw her under the bus and she doesn't even acknowledge it, she's smart. She knows that her place on that show is contingent on Alexia. And her and Alexia together are the duo. Regardless of what anybody says, it's Alexia and Marisol on that show. And they're kind of running shit. And so, okay, girl, Alexia said I'm the mouthpiece. What are you going to do about it? Because that's not changing. We've been doing it for 15 years. What's going on? What else is new? So I think it's actually very smart that she blows right past that. And it's just like, okay, well, baby, we love you. And I was only upset because I want to love you for you, not your money. And I'm like, oh, you're good, bitch.
Yeah, that was good. She's good. Yeah, she's good, but she was also
That should be thinking your whole existence. You're like, oh, damn, she
it
got
was
me.
manipulation wrapped in honesty.
Yes. But sometimes honesty is the best manipulation. Earnestness really can get people to be like, oh my God, I really got through to her. No, baby, she's agreeing with you so you can shut the fuck up and she doesn't have to talk about this anymore.
So she can
You
get up.
just,
She doesn't like confrontation.
yeah, you in your mind thought that you owned her, but like, oh, I got an apology. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right, so we're back at the party, and Adriana shows up with her oldest and blackest friend. Uh,
Oh my God.
I really wrote that down, and I wrote that down before I saw the rest of the episode. I clocked it a mile away. Larsa and Lisa are finally getting along and hugging, and Julia comes up behind them, like they just dropped the soap,
Can
and
I rub y'all's feet? Girl, get away.
so gross.
Nasty.
Ugh. Anyway, and hugging starts hugging them and says she misses Adriana. Kiki feels bad about the cake because she says it seems shady, but she was really trying to be nice. Okay, sure,
Look, everybody can lie on this show. It's fine.
sure,
I'm not faulting anybody off.
sure,
You do it. Sure, girl.
sure.
Do your show.
Do your girl, do your thing, do your show. Adriana comes over and Larsa asks about the cake. Lisa whispers into Larsa's ear, Kiki did it. And
That,
Larsa says,
that wasn't
Kiki
even a
did it.
whisper. That wasn't even a whisper. It was Kiki. My God.
But they were having a loud off because Larsa said, there was Kiki. And
And then
Adriana
to
said,
see Adriana say, my thing, the thing that got me is as they're all doing it, Julia's trying her hardest. She and her phone just like, oh, I got a text about the babies. I got a Kiki. Oh no, it was not Kiki. Like, the
say it
jig
ain't
is up,
so.
lady.
Say it
The
ain't
jig is
so.
up.
You want to say who you think gave the bitch the math equation? Anyway, um, well, Julia was in on it too. Julia knew.
Look,
Julia was in
I
charge of
believe it.
the case.
Julia was in charge of the cake. That's so shady. Listen, with friends like that,
Damn, I might have to agree with it. Oh Lord, I'm all over
who
the place.
needs
I'm getting
enemies?
manipulated and discombobulated behind me. Okay, Julia says she didn't think Kiki was doing it in a mean way. She then points out that you were yelling at Adriana. Marisol Adriana and calling her bony knees out. And Adriana says it's different with me and Marisol because me and Marisol go way back, and she can't believe that Julia is taking up for Marisol and Kiki on this particular issue. Julia says this is why we aren't close anymore because you aren't fun, Adriana. And Adriana's looking like, what's fun got to do? Got to do with it?
To
Like,
do with
huh?
it.
What are we talking about? And so then Julia says, Adriana could be so negative. Larsa and Lisa look at each other and they're glad it's just not them for once and continue to watch with glee as these two lesbians fight it out. Now, Adriana
My
says,
God.
Adriana like
My
to get
God.
um, Adriana says that Julia always sides with her enemies, and Julia says that she always has Adriana's back at the expense of making new relationships in the group, and she sees more red flags in Adriana now. And just like I thought, I wrote verbatim, and just like I thought, Adriana brings her black friend to validate that she isn't racist. She tells her black friend Carol um, what she says what she said about Kiki, and Carol says that word could be used by anyone.
Carol. Carol, not now. Coral, not now.
Get
Coral.
this bitch out the room. Anyway,
But
Adri-
also, Carol looks a little confused. Adriana grabbed her. Carol was having a good time. Carol's wig was a little crooked.
what are you doing?
Carol was drunk. The bangs were in her face. And she was just like,
It doesn't look good for Adriana tugging and making a black woman do whatever she say do at her beck and call. But anyway, we won't go there.
Carol is Vershawn. You know I didn't feature Vershawn.
I like Pershawn.
Carol, the way Vershawn was sucking at Ramona's teeth that entire season,
Trying to get on that
yes,
show. And I
yes.
hated it. Anyway,
And this show was whoop Sonya's ass. Never mind. I kind of like Vershawn. Wait, I forgot about that.
she got in Sonya's ass, bitch.
She sucking Sonya's ass
But
at
guess
that
what? I had to
hotel.
give Sonya her street cred at first until I watched it back recently, and Sonya was like, I don't consider Sonya to be racist. But Sonya was sister girl in that bitch back. Sonya was like, "Oh yeah, really, really,
It
girl,
really was.
really." I was like, "Sonya, please stop doing that." But Sonya was also off her fucking rocker, so I don't know. I
She
don't
went
know.
6 bottles to the wind. God bless her. She didn't know woman. Surprised she did that motor function.
Breeze blowing through the wind, summer breeze.
It makes
Bitch,
me
right.
feel fine.
Yes. Adriana says Kiki called her a racist, and so she tells her black friend to tell Kiki that she is a racist.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
Kiki says that she never said that on or off camera, and doesn't think anyone in the group is racist. And that's Kiki
I
problem.
was like,
But
Kiki, that's where you lose us. You were
that's
so close. You
I
almost
don't
had
know.
it.
I
You
don't
almost
know.
had it.
Adriana brought her black friend to tell you that your black ass is wrong about black issues. I don't know. Kiki then tells Gertie, and she then leaves the event. Gertie is like, hey, Kiki never said that. I didn't hear. When did Kiki say that? Adriana said, I don't know, but don't worry about that right now. We get to that later. Adriana said, because she couldn't come up with it. She couldn't come up with it.
I don't have facts. I just have
I just
feelings.
have
My heart.
feelings. Yeah.
My heart. I know she said it.
Adriana
That's
says,
fine.
right, Adriana says she cares about being called a racist because she meant wretched, not ratchet. Larsa thinks it's not a good look for Adriana because if
Mm.
there's one thing she knows about black people being Larsa, she knows how to do them. So she's been around enough that hopefully she's absorbed. No, I won't go there with that bitch. Anyway, but she does say that
Do not
Adriana was
give her
doing too
any
much.
points.
I was just finna no. From there, Julia says that she went to talk to Kiki, but it looks like Kiki is gone, and she went looking for Kiki every fucking where. Okay, she went in the parking lot looking for Kiki. I'm like, damn. Adriana gets upset and wonder why she's taking up for Kiki and not her best friend, which is Adriana. Carol took up for Adriana and was worried about her feelings like a real fucking sister. And Adriana says that they're trying to get her canceled and she ain't having it. Julia says that this is the Adriana everyone warned her about. Into the episode. I'm going to say this, Adriana. I never thought you were a racist. I kind of do now.
So my thing start at the beginning. I loved Larsa started the mess, set Adriana off, loved the gossip, and then when Julia tried to defend Kiki, like, no, she didn't mean it. Larsa immediately screams in her face and is like, Julia, shut up, stop talking, not now. I was like,
What the
my
fuck
God,
was that?
oh my God.
Who's he yelling at? No, you're
Like,
wrong. Larsa was
I was
drunk.
like, Larsa, because then did you see her straddling Gertie? Just like, we getting shots, and Gertie was like, oh, you drunk.
You're like, oh,
I
you
can
like it
feel it.
now?
And she said, "Mhm." I was like, okay. This is the second time Larsa's been drunk. The first time she showed her titties on camera. So, like, I like drunk
She's a
Larsa.
fun
Drunk
drunk.
Larsa, she's better than sober. She's a stick in the mud when she's sober. Get her
Oh
drunk
God,
more.
I hate it.
Um, I thought when Adriana pivoted to Kiki thinks I'm racist, my first thought was like, was there? I had to rewind it because I was like, wait. Did I miss something? And then I was like, well, was this a conversation that may have happened off camera? Like they normally will have a flashback and be like 3 days before. And
They
then
didn't
that
have
never
it.
came. And I'm like,
She didn't say it.
how did we get here? And the scene, like, Kiki was genuinely like, I kind of believed her story about the age. I think that she was just trying to, like, okay, we're cool, we're fine. I'm going to do a little story or like a little whatever, with not realizing that, like, it's not worth it. It's better to like whatever. I think truly in her mind she didn't think it was a big deal. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt on that. I think she probably wanted to be a little shady because like, yeah, bitch, whatever. It's Housewives. Everybody does it. But I genuinely believed her when she stood there. She was like, I never said that. Because Kiki is one of those women that I don't think that she'll say something and then lie about saying it. Like we've seen her multiple times be like, yeah, I told her. Y'all talked about it in front of me. Of course I went and told her. Why wouldn't I? So, like, I firmly believe Kiki when she said that was not uttered. Um, this whole look, I've gone back and forth with Adriana, as you know. She's entertainment. She's crazy. I never thought that she was racist. I'm not sure if I think she's racist now. I absolutely think she suffers from what a lot of Latinos suffer from, and it's just like inherent biases. And they are in such a hurry to reject the notion of being racist that they absolutely exhibit microaggressions and prejudice and like bringing your friend. Like, okay, girl, you have a black friend. That's odd. Why? We've never seen her before. Why is she here? Or like, why are you bringing her up to me to counter it? Like, that's odd. Those are things that you, I don't know. That whole thing was weird. It, inherent biases, the root of those are racism. So it was I don't know how to respond to Adriana after this. It was just a very weird look. And but this is also the Adriana that I don't like, where it kind of like she starts spiraling in her own head and then just becomes like this weird emotional screaming manic like individual, which was cute, I guess, 10 years ago, but like you're 60. Like even without doing the equation that Kiki put on the cake, like you're 60. Like at some point you gotta like not do that. I did enjoy Julia coming back in, breathing like a water yak. I
I
will,
look everywhere.
I will, I look everywhere. She's not in the bunker. She's not outside in the car. She's not in this train. I was even out in the garage.
You just start looking at
Like,
Kiki like that. What the fuck?
my God, like he literally said, I'm leaving. So, like, it was a scheduled event. Like, she probably got in a car that production arranged and left. Like, you have her phone, text her, relax. Bitch, relax.
Weird girl.
Yeah, this was not how I thought this episode was going to end. I thought it was going to be a frivolous, like, why would you put
What the
a
fuck?
number on my page?
Yeah.
Just want to say, we're just back to being really surface level fights. Oh no, it's
Oh.
you did a little microaggression. You did a racism. Oh, that's where we're going. God damn.
Yeah. I just have to say this. For me, I'm the type of person. How many racially insensitive things can you do? How many microaggressions can you do before we call a thing a thing? That's just where I'm at. You know how I feel about Dorit. I'm not. I don't mince
Yeah.
when it comes to it. I don't throw it around because when I say it, I mean it. You know. And so at this point, I'm led to believe that there's nothing else there. I'm glad that you added that context. So I don't know if I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I feel like her delayed reaction to whatever it was. They had a whole discussion at that table. Adriana, your ass is grass, and I'm finna smoke it. They had a
Yep.
whole conversation in Sevilla, or whatever you pronounce it, in Sevilla, at that fucking dinner when she called that girl Ratchet about why you shouldn't call her Ratchet. And she didn't clarify at the time that she was not saying Ratchet, she was saying Wretched. Adriana sit there and let them chew her out for something she didn't say at the time. That's a bunch of bull fucking shit. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and watch this video. Donate to No Chaser TV BravoCon Fund by either cash apping us or going ahead and sending a super chat. However, I just find it to be a bunch of bull fucking shit that she didn't say anything then. She had that delayed reaction. She clears it up the next day. You know, they go back and forth or whatever. And because what you said isn't racist, it's racially insensitive for you. It is racist, but because I don't consider you at the time to be a racist, I chalk it up to racial insensitivity that you would call a black woman ratchet at an opportunity and a time when she was not being that. It's suspect, but at the, if you're not a racist, at the bare minimum, it is racially insensitive because when you say that you're being ratchet, ratchet is akin to you turning up, akin to you being wild, akin to you being inappropriate, akin to you almost damn near being ghetto, akin to you being a bunch of bullshit that Adriana knows the motherfucking word and knows the meaning to because she got one black friend named Carol. So now I know what the fuck you meant when you said it.
The thing that kind of, and it throws me not just with her, but it's like any time that we've seen this kind of stuff play out in Housewives, play out in the real life, there have been times that I'm not afraid to admit I've said the wrong thing, like joking around with friends, and I used the word to what you just said. Oh, that's ghetto, or that, oh, you're being ghetto. And I've been called to the mat on it. Like, no, that's not, no, we're not going to use that word. This is why. And I understand that, like, you want to get defensive and you want to be like, no, 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 that's not what I meant. Don't call me that. But, like, as an adult, you've got to understand that, like, words mean things. And if you're genuinely committed to, if you're genuinely not a racist, you're not immediately going to start defending and fighting people. You're going to be like, oh, my bad, shit, I screwed up. I didn't realize that. I am so sorry. Like, and there's that level of accountability for it. But even though, like, she waited a whole 24 hours before she um, said that she said wretched, there wasn't an apology of, like, like you said, I'm sorry, I did not mean that, or I didn't think about the context that this would be used. And what's more concerning is this is now 2 episodes or 3 episodes in a row that we're seeing this behavior from Adriana. And so now it forced me to go back and like, well, hold on. Has she said or done other stuff in the past that I just kind of like have glossed over? Like what and this is the thing when reality TV kind of becomes annoying. Because yes, I agree reality TV is supposed to be some sort of escapism where like, my God, for an hour can I just like log in and like have these frivolous arguments. But reality TV, as scripted as it is, at its core, is still real. So when you see stuff like this, it's almost damn near impossible to be like, well, it's okay. That's fine. It's just TV because it's not. Which you can agree. I think this is why the situation with Gertie was really so annoying and upsetting. Is because like this isn't just a frivolous reality TV show. Like Gertie is one of two black women in a cast of 8, and you had 6 of those cast members beating you up for 6 episodes. Like that's not entertainment to me. That's and it kind of echoes in real life. We've seen it before. Um, White women all day long, white people in general can claim that they are not racist, but when one of them gets called out for being racist, they are real quick to rally behind each other to prove that they stick together at the end of the day. And I was just really disappointed in Adriana, and I hope she gets chewed out at the reunion. Like, because still to this day, she hasn't done any kind of like accountability or anything. And Football Cat actually just mentioned in the chat, Adriana called Joanna Krupa ratchet in season 3 of Miami.
And Joanna
Thank you
Cooper
for
was
reminding me. Listen, if anybody was ratchet, it was Joanna Krupa. Yeah,
and
so it's just, I love Adriana, but these past 3 episodes have just been like, shut up, just apologize. Like that's literally all it is. But
listen,
instead, you are choosing to try to convince people you're not racist, and you are actually making it worse. So maybe at what point are you just going to shut up and apologize to your friend?
it's crazy how much of a duo Julia and Adriana are because um, Julia terrorized
Mm,
Gertie at the beginning of the season, and now Adriana is
mm,
terrorizing Kiki at the end of the season. So that's interesting to watch. Speaking of that duo, I do understand how frustrated both of them are with one another because I don't think that my friend always has to agree with me. I do not. But it is doubly annoying when my friend never agrees with me and is
yeah,
always willing to see it from someone else's side and is always trying to play the devil's advocate when we all know the devil don't need no advocate. Like that type of shit annoys me. Or if you ask me what I think or how I feel, and then you automatically come at me with the other side of things and don't acknowledge how I've stated that I felt and then give me the other side of things, I'm going to believe that you're the op and you're working against me. So what are we doing here?
yeah,
However, imagine being friends all the time with that person that you always have to give a warning about. You always have to give a disclaimer about. People don't want to fuck with you because you fuck with them. And it's like, you're my friend, but I would also like to make new friendships too. And I would not want to feel guilty because you are making me feel guilty for also wanting to go ahead and expand my friendship. And now I'm a ass kisser and a booty licker and a social climber because you're always in the fucking wrong, or you maybe even in the fucking right. I'm just tired of always being the one to have to take up for you and stick up for you, and I can't
Yeah.
really navigate in this friendship. And I noticed that the reason why it does look crazy for Julia is because she has been so conjoined at the hip, right or wrong with Adriana, and nobody will fuck with Julia based off of who Julia is because they didn't know who Julia is, because all they knew was you're associated with a bitch we don't fuck.
Yeah.
So I
I mean,
get it.
that's real talk.
That's real. That's a real situation they have. They both wrong. They both don't need to be friends no more. Next page.
But I mean, we said this before either. Like, out of everybody that's there, Adriana literally is just the same as any cast member. She doesn't do anything different. If anything, we've seen her when Marisol or Alexia get in on somebody. Adriana is typically the one, like with Gertie, really, she was the one that was like, I told Julia that wasn't cool. I told Julia, speak your truth. If what you're saying is true, Gertie has no problem telling everybody what you did to her. So if you're saying she's lying, show us proof. I did appreciate that Adriana did that. It's one of those things where it's like, Adriana's always had a mouth. She's always put herself in situations where people have been on the outs with her. And typically people that behave like that, just not just in Miami, but across the Housewife franchise, they're polarizing people. But it seems like in every cast, it's very easy to point the behavior of one person out as if everybody else doesn't participate in that. Because Julia has been more Adriana the past couple of seasons than Adriana has. She got into it with Larsa. She got into it with Alexia. She got into it with Marisol. She got into it with Nicole. She got into it with Kiki. Like, she got into it with Gertie. Like, at this point, at least Adriana has only been beefing with Larsa, Marisol, and Alexia. Julia don't whip rounds with everybody. So, like, Julia, please. Please. Y'all
Yeah,
both trash.
there's a lot of facts to be had. There's a lot of facts to be had on this one. The facts are fact, and in my opinion, the episode, I don't know if I want to say it was enjoyable due to the nature of what the issues were, but it was definitely more than I thought that we were going to get. I thought we were going to get some fluff until season finale, but wow, what a way to bring in
Yeah.
a season finale.
All gas, no brakes.
Right. Jaime, did you have anything else you wanted to add before we bid adieu?
No, that was it. I will say we need to get better at doing one episode per week.
Well, the plan is to do one
Legit.
episode here on out because finale and reunions, and I don't like to
Yeah.
double up on reunions. We can't
Yeah, because
doubling
they
up on
typically,
reunions.
particularly with how this season has been, I feel that we are going to have a great reunion.
Oh yeah,
Like, I really,
oh yeah.
I feel we're gonna have a great reunion. And I'm interested to see people's opinions on Gertie and Julia as we see the season go. And I know Marisol's gonna get tore up. So, and now Adriana too. My God, today.
So
My God.
a lot of belts need to be put to asses at this reunion.
A lot of ass
And if
need to be eaten, chewed, chewed, eaten, chewed.
Give it up, Diva. But rest assured, if they won't eat each other's asses, we will. Wait,
Whoa!
what's going on? No, we won't. I don't know. Thank you
That,
guys for tuning in to
oh
Mojito.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you for tuning in to Mojito Mommies. We do greatly appreciate it. No, the finale is next week. So there is a reunion bombshell. So there's a lot to discuss. We'll see the reunion trailer coming up, I'm pretty sure early next week. So be on the lookout for that. If you have not already, go ahead and check out my Salt Lake City recap. I don't think the lean is doing Salt Lake City. So as I spoke with the head of the lean, so I'll be doing it over here. And hopefully we can have some guests pop up on me every now and then.
Oh, you keeping me
No,
employed like Keke Palmer. I got a job. I got a wait. I am who? Ah, you are my Tyler Perry, and I am Debbie Morgan. You stay putting me in your projects. Thank you. I appreciate it.
and I don't even script your dialogue.
You just let me go, whatever.
Just like he
Nah.
let Debbie go with whatever.
Just whatever. The general idea is ladies fighting. Go.
6 bitches in the room. And Lisa Barlow. Action.
And she's a follow.
And Brittany. I have an announcement.
Oh my
I have an
god.
announcement. If you guys haven't already, go back and watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. It was fun, and we'll have some guests coming up throughout the season. Thank you guys for supporting Mojito Mommies. Friday night was fun, but it's getting late. Well, you got to be here. So we're going to go ahead and go.
It's late in Atlanta. It's late in Atlanta.
Football cat. Meow. Sean.
What is your problem, bro? Please
Sean.
grow
Love,
up.
love, love. The Haitian Empress. Um, Sammy, and there were some other people.
Fuck
Fatty
her.
Cat. And I just wanted to shout out the Lot Queen. Thank y'all so much for supporting us, watching wherever you're watching. We do greatly appreciate it, and we will bid you adieu. My name is Chase,
And I'm Jaime.
and this is Mojito Mommies. Peace. Oh wait, peace. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I'm joking. I'm joking.